Hi everybody, it's Lace, and this video is just going to show you a little bit about Diamond Fields. I wanted to be able to put it in the wiki and then on the forums to show that we still have some great waterfront village lots available and stuff, and I wanted to show you how to access the town. Also, just really quick at the sky, look, these are starting to, we've got a lot of celestial bodies going on. I like to look at the sky and see everything that's going on with it. Anyway, sidetracked, but we're located near the Twins Foothills, which you may know from the mining. The boat to Aries here, and if you go down the coast, the boat to Exeter is here. To access Diamond Fields, it's not an overland POT because I didn't come into the game till later, but you can go through Port Phoenix or Jade Valley, and I think there's a couple more of these other ones that do connect. So I'll zoom in there or, enter into Port Phoenix, and I will pick you up on the other side in just one moment. Once you've zoned in to Port Phoenix, you're just going to take your first boat on the left, and that's going to take you to Diamond Fields. So pretty easy, and I'll pick you up on the other side of that one. When you zone into Diamond Fields, you can see there's a few boats that connect everywhere, and this will take you back. The red sail will take you right directly back to the overland map. You've got a banker here, the town crier. You can see available lots by clicking on him. There is a waterfront lot right there that's available, so it's pretty close to the docks. And basically everything starts north of here, which is where the crafting pavilion is, and everything's kind of designed to flow outward from that in the whole area. As I was saying, along the waterfront, we still have some lots available. Down there, I believe there's 1, 2, or 3 lots still available. Only got a couple on this side. And there's a few places that lots could be placed here, but I do that on a custom request. Right now the lots are placed and they should be open to anybody. So if you have a village and you want to claim it, you can just claim a piece of property. On this other shore side, on this other side down here, it's a little more built out. There's a few more houses on it, and I think we've got a town or two on it. But I think there is still one lot down here at the very end that's still available there. As I said, heading north is the center of the town, quote unquote, where everything spreads out from there. Got a little bit of the Christmas deco. Look how much different the 2016 tree is. It blows in the wind. This one just, it's like a statue. But hey, we got one of each. That's the jukebox that plays the music for the town. You've got your oracle there. When blessings do come into effect, we have these 2 statues, and then the oracle, and we have the moon tower. I don't know if there's going to be anything associated with the moon tower. There is a 3rd statue that we could swap out with the moon tower, but we are going to keep our oracle confessional there. Like I said, the center part of the town is based off the crafting pavilion, which is just decorated right now for Christmas. And then we have all these row houses that go in a horseshoe around it. So it gives everybody that lives in the row houses pretty easy access. Even if you're on the shore, it's not too far. And on the back side of this, on the northern side, that's where the putt-putt golf is going to be. And then there's also more waterfront property available there. Nobody's living there now. I think we had somebody living there for a little while, but nobody's living there now, and I don't really have the lots placed out. But that's absolutely a choice. As with all the towns, it is custom place if you want. You just have to tell me you find a spot that you like. As long as it's going to work out with everybody else. I don't want to stick you right in the middle and then everybody's building around you and stuff like that. But there's no rules or anything for deco. It doesn't have to be all Viking homes or anything. You can see we've got quite a few of the row house greenhouses that folks have put. They had other ones up, but now everybody's converting to the row house greenhouse. Again, this is the crafting pavilion. All your vendors are mostly located right around this center. You have a second banker. That's especially important when we have the big monthly Grand Master tutoring events, because folks can actually just come into the docks, dump it at that banker, pick it up at this banker, and they're right by the crafting pavilion. But you've got all your fuel merchants and everything like that. That kind of covers this area. Like I said, all the crafting stations. We'll always try to keep the best. Right now there's not any craftable crafting stations. We have heard that's coming, but we will try to always keep the best ones in there for everybody to use as a community. I guess the next thing to show you some of the features, we have a little outhouse and a well. We've put in a gust ball field and kind of decorated that. The people that own this lot, I think they're planning on having auctions, so that's why it's set up like that. So yeah, we got the gust ball field. Also, As we find the row houses fill out more, they may bring them out a couple more this way and then push them, also bring it back. There's room to expand that way. So, if the row houses fill out, there are already plans to develop those out further. Gus Ball Field, it even has one spectator in the stands. It happens to be a dragon, so careful there. Like I said, this is where the putt-putt golf course is going to be, and it's AKA the Prism Clubhouse. It's probably going to host a lot of the events. We had the Cobalt one, but when I saw this Viking four-story, or no, it's the Elven four-story city home. I think Barrick showed it one time in a community hangout, or we found him one night decorating it, and I fell in love with it. It's not even close to being decoed because it's just huge. But that's where that stuff's going to be. Like I said, back here on this back shore, remember the crafting's just right there, so it's not too terribly far. On this shore, there are a bunch more areas that could house waterfront property. It's a little bit more of a run than the other one, but it's really not that bad. See, you can see the shore. There's an island out there. We've got one resident that's got a city lot, but he's kind of doing a pop-up thing with it where he's only going to, because the rent's so expensive, he's only going to pop it up for an event and then take it down. Until the town comes at full capacity, I have absolutely no problem with that. Eats up a lot of the, square footage that's available. This is a crossroads size. It's not a metropolis. If we fill up, we will certainly look to expand the size of the town if we get more and more residents. But again, running along this little pathway, there is like one lot placed, but could be more. There's even more area up here. Again, pretty much any of this flat land can have housing. But people are going to want these views of the water and stuff. That's what's so nice about the town. I will put in the fountains and stuff, so you have water sources and things like that. So keep that in mind. If somebody wants to live somewhere, I will make sure you have access to water and things like that. I think that covers all of that I wanted to go over. Just going back to the golf course, because you're going to hear me talk about this for forever because it was a really big success in early releases. But basically, you'll have signs. They'll say what the hole is, what the par is, what the theme of the hole is, and maybe some hints and stuff like that. It may not be one of these signs. It might be a hanging sign like that one's on the corner and stuff. So that's like what, hole 4, and I haven't finished them out, finished the deco or done the par form. But just real quick, the plan is, and this would be for anybody to use at any time. We had some guilds have a guild night here in the past, well, on old iterations of the golf course. The holes are completely different. The holes will change over time. We're not going to always have the same themes, but you basically summon your Gus Ball here. Let's see, I can do this real quick, I guess. Let me go into combat. Make sure you have the Gus Ball on your bar. I have mine just statically done, and I would use that to propel my ball around the course. I'm not going to do all that right now. We'll just run through real quick and pretend we did it. And when you get to the end, this is the quote-unquote the hole. Anytime you get it anywhere on the hole, on the outer edge, it's just however many strokes it took you to get there. If you get it 50% or more in this inner circle, it's -3 strokes. 50% or more in this inner circle-ish, squarish area, that's a hole in one. So that's where a little bit of luck comes into it. Now, if I was playing this hole and my ball was here and then it went way back here, I could go back out, do a couple more strokes, trying to get that hole in one. But if I end up getting on that rug at any point, that's it, the hole's over. So it's a strategy you could use if you just had a really rough hole. You could probably work it to get that hole in one, but it may not work out for you. Anyway, that's just the start of it, and you can start to see. I can't tell you this one's 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and there are exactly 99 bottles on this hole. That's one that is pretty much done. It's decoed. That's exactly what it is. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Yes, I stole a lot of whiskey bottles. I just want to show you the upstairs part real quick. Depending on what level you are, you have a lot of great rooms. You can see I've thrown some bleachers up here as an example. The idea is, while this will be our quote-unquote Prism Guild Clubhouse, if somebody wants to use like a level of this for an event or something, just contact me. We can work it out, and let you deco an area and you can have an event in it. It's got, the big spiral staircase in the front. There are side staircases in other places. There are balconies and things like that. Where are we at? Okay, yeah. And then it's got this wonderful upstairs party deck. Now, again, just keep in mind this is not anywhere finished. I'm not even certain what I'm doing. Um, the four lights that I've got centered here does a pretty good job at night. Remember, you're limited, I think it's like 16 outside lights on a city lot, and I need some of them for the golf course. But these four, and I'll probably put a bar area here. So you've got a really great dance area and stuff, and I'll get some couches and things like that and stuff. Probably the only thing that's going to be static is I'm probably going to do some kind of circled thing around each of these poles. And I've just got a bunch of plants hanging out up here. Oh, and this is all grow area for anybody interested in purchasing this house. You can get it for 300 kodos off the Elven vendor inside the game. So if you save up your kodos, you can buy this house. But just what a great deck. I worked really hard to get this positioned exactly right based on this deck, so we get these spectacular views, panoramic view of the city and stuff. I wanted to also be able to see the golf course. So like these are some of the holes that we haven't looked at, but you can actually be up here and you could be watching people play golf and stuff depending on, so if your guild wants to have an event and use the house, that's fine. If you need a area set up for deco for your event, I'll work with you and stuff on that. Um, you know, be a little rough because I'll have some of my personal deco in here, but we can work something out depending on how well I know you and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say, the clubhouse can be used for other people to use for events and things like that. I got no problem with that. One last thing to touch on is just give you an overview of areas that you can live. Anybody that got that bought a POT, you got map of this, map of an island town, map of a grasslands town, or whatever. This is the map of an island town. You can see this is where we've got our crafting pavilion kind of centered. Here's the docks you came in. That's that water lot front or water lot that I talked about. And this is really useful for the planners or even just people trying to figure out where they can place a land. You can see how much perfect land there is in the island POT template. All this flat land, any of these things in green can have stuff placed on them. Here, this is where the flat land is. Here's where the water lots are available and stuff, and you can see the different size. So that'd be a village. That's probably a let's see, it's probably a town, and that's a city water lot or something, or a keep because it looks like it's on a dock. So I'm not sure. But anyway, as I was talking about, here's all the waterfront land that's still available that hasn't been used at all here. Here's where like our golf course is, somewhere around in here, I think. We still have all this edged land. This is the front area that I said there's still some lots available here. There's some lots available here. And again, none of this has been developed back here and stuff. All these water lots are pretty much empty. We don't have anybody living on the water yet. But like there's a really big chunk of land up on this top of this hill area that's open and stuff. So these are all the various areas that you can see. And if you're interested in living here and want to have a map and be able to run around with your map, because as you see, if I run, my little arrow will change. You can see me moving towards the dock. So as you're running and you have your map open and you're trying to figure out, well, I think I want to live, up on this hill. How do I get there? What's there? Whatever. That's how you can see it, is by using one of these maps. This town is open to anybody. There's probably 5, 6, 7 different guilds living here. People from different guilds. Some people are ungilded. Some people are in guilds. There's prison people living here. Some prison people don't live here. It's up to you. It's an open community. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me on the forums at Lace or friend me in game at Lace de la Morte. And I think that's it. Hope you might make Diamond Homes or Diamond Fields one of your homes or second home or something like that. Take care, everybody. Happy hunting and be safe.